We are live and direct with the man, the myth, the legend, America's Coach Michael Burt. What's up, my friend?
How you doing, Albie? Stacy, good to be with you.
I'm super excited. This is a big week for Cleveland. I don't think you've ever spoke. This is a first for you too, right? Have you ever been to the land?
I want to say I think I've been to Cleveland. I can't remember the last time I've spoke there. Yeah. So I'm excited about coming in on Saturday and being with all the people there and bringing some big time stuff for them.
We have a packed house already. We only have a few tickets left. We're going to sell it out. We always sell out when we have big names like you come in. So people that are interested in having this experience, and we're going to dig into what people are going to be able to experience and learn and how it can help them grow their personal and business life. That link will be in the comments. So make sure you hit that. But meantime, let's dig into who's Coach Burt? How did we meet? I want to take us back to Nashville, not too many months ago, just last July. My business partner and I and John Kitchens, Jay Kinder, myself, were sitting at a table in Nashville, Tennessee. And this guy gets up there with a bigger than life personality, starts spitting out all these beliefs, the same things that we believe in. And we immediately we felt this connection and hired you on the spot because we knew one thing. We've seen some success. We felt like we were coasting a little bit, and we knew that there was another level. We knew that we're a believer in coaching like you are. We've always had coaches. We've always had mentors. It's really the biggest cornerstone of our success is because we just we're okay not knowing what we don't know and going to someone who knows more. And we hired you on the spot. It's been the best investment we've made, and we're excited for you to come to Cleveland.
Well, I think it says a lot. People ask me all the time, why do people have coaches? And you don't have a coach because you're all screwed up. You have a coach because there's another gear inside of you. And my specialty is the activation of Prey Drive, which PREYDRIVE. It's kind of what I've put my stake in the ground and said, man, this is what I've been doing for 30 years. I didn't call it that initially, but it is really the activation of a deep drive inside of a person that many times is latent and undeveloped. And it's interesting, Al, because I just did a big event in Phoenix for 3,000 people. And it was interesting. The people who hired me to be their coach were people who were incredibly successful. They were at the top, right? But they said, man, I got another gear that I haven't found, or I need to reactivate my drive, or there's another level for me to get to, or I want a deeper impact. And so we're going to come to Cleveland and we're going to break this down in a 2-hour session on how do you activate that drive? What are the phases of that Prey Drive? How do you reactivate it once you've lost it? I'm also going to get into something on the habits of the top 1% of performers, because Kevin Elko and I are doing studies on the top 1 to 3% of performers in real estate, mortgage, insurance, small business. And it's pretty interesting to me that they all have 5 characteristics. And you can see and measure yourself versus those 5. And you may say, man, I've got those, but I'm missing that one. And so I'm also going to get into those habits of the top performers while I'm there in Cleveland.
And I love that you're going to go into the direction of the habits, because we've talked about this, you and I. I've talked about it with Gene Frederick, Jay, my business partners. The number one key to success is better habits, creating better habits. And that's really, it doesn't sound sexy. It doesn't sound flashy. It actually might even sound a little bit boring, right? But I don't care if we're talking about your diet, your health, if we're talking about your financial situation and how you handle your money, if we're talking about your performance as it relates to sales, if we're talking about your performance as a leader as it relates to leading other human beings, it all comes down to mastering different habits. And here's the thing, we all have habits. We either have healthy habits that are pushing us into the right direction, or maybe they're not so healthy habits and they're causing other things to pop up in our life that, they're not desirable. And so it's great. I know what you're talking about. I'm just excited for everyone else to hear it too. Your findings with Dr. Elko. Tell us a little bit about Dr. Elko, because that's a big deal. A lot of people probably don't even know who he is, but they know someone that he works with closely.
Yeah. Dr. Elko and I did an event together at my lodge in Tennessee, and he is the performance coach. He's won 31 national championship rings. 31 national championship teams have turned to him. He's been with Saban for the last 20 years. So all of Saban's championships, he's worked with everybody from the Steelers to, he's working with the Bulls right now. Billy Donovan hired him to come in and work with the Bulls. He and I talk pretty much weekly because I'm a coach and he's a coach, right? And he takes a lot of what I teach on Pray Drive and backs it up and substantiates it with research. So a psychologist, whether it be an Adam Grant or, Deep Work, Cal Newport, what they do is they take a big concept and they substantiate that concept with research, and they let the research tell them. And research is really just an idea. I study the content. I come up with the hypothesis. I test the hypothesis to see if it works. And then I explain it. That's really all science really is, right? Well, he said, I'm working with these different people and they want to know what are the habits of the top 1% to 3%. And I said, man, that's what I want to know. And how do we benchmark? How do we recruit people to those habits? How do we coach people to those habits? For example, remarkable boldness is a habit of a top 1% person. You're bold, right? You and wherever that came from in your life, whether it was how you were raised at some point in your life, you had a big revelation. Jake Hinder, incredibly bold. When I look at top performers, I'm like, dang, them dudes are bold. Well, if I look at my top mortgage originators that are doing 250 million, they're bold. I look at my insurance partner on my insurance agency, 31 years old, out of Michigan, incredibly bold. I look at the top basketball players I coached, incredibly bold, man. And so this is something we can actually teach people, but it is one of the 5 habits of the top 1%. So my work with Elko is he and I coaching each other. Like he goes back and forth with Saban. It's so fascinating to me. Saban will call and he said, man, Nick's calling. I got to take this call. And he'll just put it on speaker and let me listen to these 2 legends just, right, coach each other. It is fascinating. Yeah. And so because I was a former championship coach, man, I'm very interested in what makes the best the best. What do they have that other people don't have? How do we acquire it? So I'm tying that into my Pray Drive talk now because it gives even some more meat to the Pray Drive conversation.
Yeah. And you touched on something, and I want to make sure that I should have done this earlier. Who is this event for? It's very, very important. And I'm really excited because not only is this event, if you're a mortgage broker, if you're an insurance, if you own an insurance agency, or you're a real estate broker, a real estate agent, and any really facet of those, and I'm sure you coach many other industries as well. But if you're in one of those industries, and I'm going to take it one step further, if you have a son or daughter who's in their teenage years and they are looking, they're looking at what are they going to do? They're going to go to college. They're going to go, down the path of a career, and they need to hear this. I'm excited because both my sons, Aiden and Matthew, they're going to be coming. They're actually coming in the car that we have picking you up at the airport. They're going to be in that car. They're going to drive in with you, Coach. So I was kind of like a little sneaky move there. I want to get them about 25 minutes with the legend, America's coach, get a little one-on-one time. They don't even know that yet, by the way, but they are coming. They're excited to see you. So if you have, make this investment in yourself, but make it in your kids. You got teenage kids and they're trying to figure out what they want to do. Get them to flip the switch. Get them to spend a couple hours with this man right here. He's changed my life. He's changed the life of thousands of other people. Grant Cardone. He's on stage with Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone can't say enough good stuff about Coach. And listen, if Uncle G says Coach is the real deal, then Coach is the real deal. So we're excited to have you come to the land here.
Well, I was thinking as you were talking about your boys, I've got a 20-month-old son and a 9-year-old daughter, and I sit at night with my son and he's watching Bubble Guppies and we kind of snuggle there, but I'm just kind of pouring into him. And I just fast forward to when he's 20 years old, man. And if I would have had some of the stuff that I teach today, I got it early. 18 years old, I was studying personal development. 25 years old, I went to a 7 Habits of Highly Effective People thing that changed my life. But man, if I would have had that real early in life, the kind of self-help, personal development, man, there's no telling what would have happened. And so I would encourage you, no matter what you do for a living, pray, drive, and flipping the switch is relevant to every person on planet Earth. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you do for a living. If you believe you have more potential than what you're showing, and you want to step into that, you want to turn your purpose into profit. You want to find another gear. You want to reactivate something inside of you. Those 2 hours can be very impactful for you, and it can open your eyes to a whole new world that's available to you. That man, I'm just telling you, if this is something you need to put on your calendar and be there on Saturday.
Absolutely. So it's 1 to 3. It's at the Holiday Inn in Rockside. The information's in the link. You can get there. Bring tickets. Bring your family to this event. The real reason we picked this particular day, Coach, as you know, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to. I know you're a busy man. You're jet set and flying all over the place. The following day, which is Sunday the 13th, we have the Bankers Cup Charity Hockey Classic. It's going to be a blast. It's downtown Cleveland. We're going to go ahead and put the link for that game as well, but that's a charity event following this. So we have people flying in from everywhere, from multiple different states, Canada, all coming in to see. There's people driving in from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, all coming in to see Coach, and then following that up with a cool hockey game, which is also family friendly down at the Monsters Arena, which is the field house downtown. So I'm excited to see you, Coach. I can't wait to share your wisdom with all my friends here in Cleveland, Ohio, and Cleveland's ready to welcome you with open arms.
I love it, man. And congratulations. There's a lesson here for everybody. When you're having events and you're bringing people together, I've never gone wrong by bringing people together. Never in all my years of doing this. Some good things happen when people come together and get excited about their future. And so thank you for having me. I look forward to coming up on Saturday and being with you.
See you then, my friend.
All right. God bless you.